I turned the volume up a bit on the music, so we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed. Also, how's it going, Marcus? How's it going, Justifies? Glad you could make it for Guilty Gear. The second last Guilty Gear stream. If I have anything to say, well, the second last X-Art stream, because... Oh, hey, how's it going, Ashnectar? But yeah. Guilty Gear Strive drops on the 11th. It would have been the 8th, but I can't for the life of me get the Ultimate Edition in Canada. At least physically. I can get the download version, but I want the physical one. I want the actual soundtrack. Maybe I'll ask my sister, who lives in LA, if she can, find me a copy and mail it to me. But then I'd still be waiting until the 11th anyways for it to get here. So, first world problems. You got Trial DM status? Oh, that's exciting! I hope you do well. I hope you enjoy it. We got to play some Guilty Gear. I'm just gonna play a bunch of the arcade modes, and then when I get tired of it, we'll just play an episode story mode. Sound good? And that way we'll blast through the 10, I think, that we have left. Apparently Saber Cross Ghost is out. Well, I didn't know that Artorian met Tenkuji Takeru. I'm sure she'll be a fine addition to the icon set. So let's see. This is Revelator. We finished Zato, we finished Axel, we finished Potemkin, we finished Kai. I think we're on Sol now. Which is good, because I'm good at Sol. Congrats on finding Irina's mom. Yeah, and probably a few other people's moms, too. Nice to see you, Paragamer. Glad you can make it for Guilty Gear. Don't be cheeky. You're gonna watch them tomorrow? Oh, no! I'll just know that, you're gonna want to watch it with the lights on. This new episode has some content. Oh, you aren't scared because you didn't have to play it. Oh, you're able to connect your PS4 controller to your PC? That's great. You fought a human heart made out of literal humans? That's pretty metal. Yeah, that does make sense, Justifies. I absolutely suck at fighting games on PC without using a controller or an arcade stick. And what's even worse is that I own an arcade stick. I just, I don't use it. You haven't been able to do combos or special moves yet? The best thing to do is just to learn how to do the fireball, which is down diagonal right, and then whatever the punch button is. It's in almost every fighting game, and it's a universal skill to have. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? A lot of games that I play actually do come up with Xbox prompts. Holy shit! Thank you so much for the subscription, Paragamer. God, that's 4 months now too. Well, fuck. I guess I gotta grab the old piano. Give me one sec. I have it here somewhere. I promise. Sorry, gotta get comfy cozy. Alright. Geez, 4 months. I think that deserves, like, at least half a song. If you want me to sing Excite, then, you're gonna have to redeem the 750 coins or subscribe. But for Paragamer... Sorry, just gotta untangle this. It's been a hot minute since I've had to do this. Where's the power? There it is. Alright, let's see if I can do this. This is gospel for the fallen ones, locked away in permanent slumber, assembling their philosophies from pieces of broken memories. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa. Their gnashing teeth and criminal tongues conspire against the odds, but they haven't seen the best of us yet. If you love me, let me go. If you love me, let me go. 'Cause these words are knives that often leave scars. The fear of falling apart. Truth be told, I never was yours. The fear of falling apart. This is gospel for the vagabonds, ne'er-do-wells and insufferable bastards. Sorry. And insufferable bastards. God, I can't remember that last part. Insufferable bastards. It's assembling their philosophies for the first one, and then... Well, I can't remember the rest of the lyrics. So that's... for you, Paragamer. Thank you very much. Sing Excite for Justifies? Well, Marcus, you're the one who picked. So, let's see if I can do this while I play. I gotta believe. I don't want no ただ真実なら I don't want no 知らない高い犬に Why 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 気づけば I came too far 止まらない感じるこの予感は The new beginning 足のように君は行くに楽んで I gotta believe, turn it on, そっとエキサイト高鳴るエキサイト心が導くあの場所へだけ抜けてくだけ I'm on a mission right now I'm on a mission right now エキサイト答えは one この手の中道進むべきライフ There we go. Smokey, you got a treat, buddy. At least one cat should be coming right now. Come on. Alright, they're probably, like, eating or something right now, so... You would be the child in a video game? Absolutely. But May's like 24, so... We're two riders of the past? Both Heisei and Reiwa? Oh, that would be great. Oh, I didn't time that right. There we go. Oh, Marcus, that could be taken out of context. I could have done the instant kill with Dragon Install on. There we go. Dream pick of a two-rider team up. What would they? What would I choose? Come on, Smokey or Chester. You guys have to want treats, right? I mean, I'd like Wizard around just to, right? Like, Wizard and 0-1 were gonna be my picks, because I want to give Wizard a second chance. Because I liked him in, Dr. Pac-Man. But I do think that 0-1's my favorite rider right now, so... Time to beat up my kid, absolutely. Gotta teach him some manners. Respect his elders. Dr. Pac-Man? Yeah, so, in, God, I want to say, like, 2016, probably? It could have been it could have been, like, 2017, but I think it was 2016. Kamen Rider did, like, hey, we're gonna bring a whole bunch of past characters together. And because Namco Bandai is highly affiliated with Kamen Rider, they made the villain Pac-Man. And because Kamen Rider X-Aid is doctors who cure disease with video games, you know, it made sense in the world. So they made Kamen Rider Heisei Generations Dr. Pac-Man, where Kamen Riders, God, I want to say Wizard, Gaim, Drive, Ghost, and X-Aid fight Dr. Pac-Man. Except they couldn't get the guy who played Gaim, so they just used voice clips. But he came back for the next one. Also, Marcus, I will find Smokey. I'm just gonna do it, like, either he'll naturally come, or I'll find him after this round is done. Well, like this arcade mode. We beat Saul's arcade mode, I go find Smokey, or Smokey comes here, and I give him a treat. Oh, that's right. They were... Also, a hydrate. Thank you. Alright, Johnny. I'm giving you this because I hurt May. But now I'm gonna beat you up. Wizard doesn't need a second chance? See, I think that Wizard was like underappreciated, and because of that, I'd like to see more of Wizard. No. Haruto and Yuki were filming Tokyo Ghoul? Okay. And yeah, like, I will never say that I thought that Wizard was a bad season. Wizard was a really fun and great season wedged between two seasons that people fight to the death for. So it was underappreciated in its time. Ooh, I could have gotten it perfect. Gaima's overrated? I haven't seen it yet, so I can't make any assumptions. But it does feel like it gets more hype than it deserves. How about this? Haha! Looks like that kick was lethal to Ram. Haruto Janaito! Damn, where are the cats? They were both here before the stream. And now they're just gone. I'm angry now. Let's beat up Chip. He's a really good guy that just has a weirdly punchable face. He's like Polnareff. Get him 1000% gamer with the Zyga shot? Aw, oh, man. That's right, I need to watch The Presidents. Oh, also, I guess I can talk about this. So we did our last session of our, like, 3-year-long D&D campaign. And, while I can't get into the nitty-gritty of it because some of it might cross over with Fool's Gold a bit, I can say that my character was given a 1d100 damage radiant damage gun. So, you know, it shoots light and causes damage like that, which he then focused into a series of prisms to shoot the final boss with 16,000 separate attacks. Or around 16,000. We did the math and it was around that number. Which basically vaporized him. And I think that's, like, one of my coolest... Also, we were in space. We shot the laser into space at the bad guy. And that's my pro gamer move in D&D. Oh, that's right, Raven's a character. I completely forgot about him. I was like, wait a minute, is that Testament or something? Hear me out here. Give Parado the Tekken Gashat. Oh, yeah. I think Tekken's... sorry, not Tekken. X801 is a great combo. Again, one of my biggest wants is a sequel to Memory of Heroes with Wizard, Forze, and Saber. There we go. I win. I cheated, but I win. So Saul's Junkyard Dog is essentially the Fire Seal sword combined with this sort of like amplifier that can cast a crazy spell called Saint Oratorio, which is like the most powerful, like the canon most powerful spell. Oh, Smokey! Smokey's here. It's like a little light bulb. That's like the flash of creation or something. There we go. Smokey's right here in front of the camera. And since Chester's here, Marcus, your kitty treat goes twice as far. I'm surrounded by pussy. Now I have two cats who are just like really interested in my lighting equipment. This is dangerous. Ah, Humanity 2. If Humanity is so good, why isn't there Humanity 2 yet? I'll move that for you, Chester. Humanity 2, Electric Boogaloo. Sorry, I gotta check on my mobile game because I have it like on auto right now, so I can generate currency. Okay, we're still good. Not everything needs a sequel. Yeah, Pacific Rim Uprising could have been better. I won't blame the actors, but the direction wasn't great, and the writing wasn't great. Alright, let's kick Jacko's ass. If you watch the story trailer for Guilty Gear Strive, you'll notice that Arya is just Jacko, but with the hair colors reversed. So red on the outside, white on the inside. Yeah, so I guess essentially the lore is Universal Will made these things called Valentines. They're based on Saul's old girlfriend, Arya. Each of them is like a copy of her. And Jacko is like 50% Arya, and Justice is also 50% Arya. But the only, like, successful creation that the Universal Will made was Elphelt. Because if Elphelt fuses with Justice, it creates Humanity 2, and then removes the rest of humanity from existence. But Jacko right here is a sort of patch for Justice, where if she fuses with Justice, it makes everything better. So what we're trying to do in Revelator here is not let Elphelt get absorbed by Justice, and have Jacko get absorbed by Justice. And, yeah, like, Saul's been around. Like, he was a physicist on the Gear Project in 2016. And it's now 2187. So he's been around for a while without Arya. How much of a person is there? Well, I think it's like traits and such. So like, Justice has half of her traits, and then Jacko has half of her traits. Yeah, Saul's not happy about this. Yeah, half Arya.
それは正しくないわ。正確にはフラグメント化されたアリアの記憶データを統合し、ジャスティス個体としての情報セクターを上書きする素体復元ユニット。
Yeah, Jacko can explain it better than I can.
礼を言おう。背徳。待て。必ず事情は話す。あの方が解放されるまでしばし待て。いずれにせよ。これから起こること。貴様は大きく関わる。
On the plus side, Justifies, the story trailer for Strive has some cute stuff going on. So Saul's allowed to be happy later. I guess I'll say it. Alright, well, we got a lot of arcade mode to go through, so I'm skipping NSFW. Next we have to fight is Sin. Which, I apologize. Apparently, by beating the story mode in Exard's Sign, you unlock Sin, and we didn't play his arcade mode. But apparently it doesn't have any, like, cutscenes or anything to it, so... Just destroy them on that basis, since you want to view them as new unique people? Yeah. Sin, there we go. It would be an internal struggle for me, because it's like, hey, if you put these two people together, you get the person that you used to like, but you lose the individuals that they are right now. So is it ethical to deny their existence to create an existence that is already past? And it's like, sir, this is a Wendy's. Like, I'm not qualified to think about that. I didn't even have the option to take psychology classes in high school. Right? Like, you know, if souls were quantifiable things instead of just like, magic, this is your personality. Without it, you wouldn't be you. But like... if they were quantifiable and these two people had, like, a measured 50% of a person's soul in it, then it would kind of, you know, make the thing a bit easier. But, like, we don't have that. That is not a thing that we can do. It's like in Steel Ball Run. Spoilers, I guess, for JoJo Part 7. So cover your ears if you don't want spoilers for JoJo Part 7. When Gyro is killed by Funny Valentine, and then Johnny kind of corners him into, like, infinite death. And he offers to bring a Gyro that's the same guy, but from a different universe, over for him. Johnny, like, actually considers it for a second. And you know what? I think I would too if I were in the same position. Clone theory? Okay. Wow. Faust is, like, just short enough to not get hit by my neutral. Wow, that was more than I thought. Alright, Sen. Do your thing. Damn, Sin went all Momotaros on him. You make a clone, and it and the original are in the same circumstances, but they then are separated for a time. Each get new experiences, and you wonder, are they still the same? See, that actually runs contrary to my belief that people are blank slates that are defined by their experiences. So, to answer that question, no, if they didn't experience the same things, I wouldn't consider them to be the same person anymore. It would be like a branching path of people, in my opinion. I'd like to commission a Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator mod where we replace Sin with Eiji Hino from Kamen Rider O's and his flag with the underwear flag. I get you, Justifies. It's it's difficult. God damn, Sin, do you have a Shoryuken or something? I have meat. I have a meat gauge that I've just noticed. Some series like Ruby have in-universe explanations of aura, literally a force field where they can take those hits for a time, or tokusatsu sparks. I know it's a bit ambitious, but I'd like a fighting game where costumes degrade with health. And, like, not Senran Kagura, where the costumes degrading with health is just, you know, it's Senran Kagura. They also did that in Fire Emblem Heroes. Xenoverse? Oh, right, that's true. My character in Xenoverse 2 was a Saiyan who looked shockingly like Arena, but with Gohan's glasses because they looked really cute on her. Damn straight he's human. You know, I fondly remember OG Dragon Ball and a lot of Dragon Ball Z. but my memory blanks on most of Super. I remember, like, the climaxes, and I remember, like, some of the funny moments, but a lot of Super I don't remember. I'm just gonna eat meat in the corner. I hope you're alright with that, Johnny. I know this is... Oh my god! I didn't know this before, but look at the dolphin just watching the fight! Mr. Dolphin! When May's not here, you're a friend! Super is Super Santai's? Yeah. Damn, Johnny, just let me activate my thing. Thank you. Don't worry, I'm invincible. Future Trunks and Janemba to meet up and have a sword fight? That would be cool. Oh, Sin. You sweet summer child. Sorry guys, just gotta pour some more tea. No, we're fighting Ram. Alright, Sin, kick Ram's ass. Oh yeah, I've seen, like, the design for Garo, and I absolutely love it. I'm just not in the mood to get into anything, like, to watch right now. With my list of video games that I have to play, plus, like, playing Shin Megami Tensei 3, I got a lot on my plate right now. I just beat Matador, so now I got the rest of the game. We'll see about that in the future, Justifies. I want to get through a season of Kamen Rider on its own before I change up the format. Just to get it, like, you know, done with. Start a catalog of Rider series for me? Not just yet. I think I have enough series to go right now, but I will hit you up later for it. 100%. If you could, like, pre-zip X-Aid for me, that would be great. Drive I might still have. Oh, I'm absolutely missing some. A couple of them are scattered on different computers. I think Geo's actually on a hard drive that I rescued from an old laptop. Either one's fine, Justifies. I personally prefer Gundam Corp, but if you have TV Nihon, then, you know, that's what you have, right? I think the quality actually drops when you stream it, so 720 should be fine, and that way it will be, like, less bloated. Oh, hey, I won that one.
ちょっと欲張りすぎたか。いいわ。今はそっち側の好きにすればいい。今。
あ、言っちまった。相変わらずマグナムマイペースなやつだぜ。ところでさ、親父、種ってなんだよ。
Also, we beat the Roxas fight in Kingdom Hearts 2, so we should be getting close to the end. I'm definitely going to be playing. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing the cutscenes. Oh, and we unlocked Final Form too, which was nice. But so we're going to watch the cutscenes for 358 Days Over 2. But I also remember that we have to play 0.8 Fragmentary Passage, because I never actually played that before 3. Rude users in the server, join when you ask. Sorry. Yeah. Don't do it yet? Well, I'm gonna play it before 3, so it's going to be 358 Days Over 2, and then Fragmentary Passage, after we beat Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh, I've already played Birth by Sleep. I'm not playing it on stream since, you know, that's a game I've already beaten, and I'm trying to play the new stuff, like the stuff that I haven't experienced first. Birth by Sleep's my favorite Kingdom Hearts game so far, so. Hey, I mean, because it's my favorite, we'll probably end up playing it in the future, but...
Heaven or hell. Duel. 1. Let's rock.
Why do you want 720? Just get 10... Right? Like... I don't understand why people would get angry about that. Yay! I beat Sin. But Carson really needs to use the washroom, so... once we get the story out of this... I'll leave the, credits running and I'll use the washroom.
このジャック王がエルフェルトになり変わったジャスティスの蓋となる
は
なん
あ。なあ、あんたたち結局何がしてんだ。
どういう意味
だってさ、
Usually keep it at 720? That's fair.
あの男ってのは悪いやつだろ。なのに最初のバレンタインが現れた時から今まで
I'm fine with 720 or 1080. I don't really have a space problem, and when my seasons become a bit too bloated, I just compress the files anyways, so... It's like, oh, I'm not watching this, better zip it, and then... That's it.
みんな普通よりかなり長生きじゃん。それ以上何が欲しいんだよ。
それぞれに理由は異なる。例えば、あのイノの場合は、そう、お前は好きな食べ物があるか。
そりゃ決まってるぜ。夏場みてえのステーキだ。10億枚だって食えるぜ。
Is that what you call, like, a unit of steak? A sheet of steak? Some are more successful than others? Mm-hmm.
そのステーキを本当に10億枚食べなくてはいけないとしたらどうだ？
途中で味がしなくなった。
Oh yeah, the dual audio files are crazy.
それと同じなのだ。長く生きすぎると人生もまた。
Whenever I download a series, I just choose if I'm gonna go dub or sub. It makes the files so much smaller if I just commit.
それを否定したくて皆必死に人間のふりをしている。
it makes me glad that, like, I don't watch a lot of stuff that are simuldubbed. Because it's like, whatever I watch first, I gotta stick with.
いずれ人間という組織生命も同じ道をたどる。あのお方はただそれを正さんとされているだけだ。むやみに邪魔してくれるな。だが今日のところは礼を言う。
Okay.
また会おう。
Goodbye, Raven.
人間も同じ道を
Alright, well, enjoy the credits while I use the washroom really quick. I'll be right back. There we go. Sorry about that. Also, I just took my microphone out of its stand. There we go. Okay. It's raining again? Oh, I'm jealous. It was like 31 degrees out here. Oh, and now it's time to stretch. Okay. But yeah, it was like 31 degrees here today, which I guess in Fahrenheit, that's high 80s, I think. So I'm hoping that soon we'll get rain. All right. Scooch that up. Switch to the Ring Fit tab. Turn on desktop audio. And switch the tab here. Ooh, boy, that's crazy. There we go. Honestly, I will go long for Guilty Gear. So don't you worry, Justifies. Okay. I should probably...
Let's begin our static stretching. You won't need the ring pod.
So I'm in frame.
Be mindful of your
Okay.
body and stretch within the range of your
So
ability.
I'm stretching with Ring Fit.
Spread your
if
feet,
you feel
raise
like
both
joining,
hands, and hold your
then
left
just
wrist.
follow the prompts on screen.
While pulling on your wrist,
Smoke,
tilt
you
to the
will
right
also join us.
and stretch your side.
The buffering.
Return to your original position, switch hands, and bend the other way.
Oh man.
Tilt directly
Yeah,
to the
the
side
cold is
while
something
taking
that I
care
can't
not to
stand.
slouch.
If I could move to an area where like the normal temperature is in like
Bring yourself back slowly.
the 70s or the low 80s for Fahrenheit, that would be like,
Raise both arms
I don't know,
and pull
around
down on your
25
left elbow.
Celsius. That would be perfect for me.
Stretch
be
your
happy.
upper arms while pulling
Also,
your
give me
elbow
4
downward.
seasons. Where I am in Canada, we have 5 months of summer, and then
Now
like
do the same on the
6.5
opposite side.
months of winter, and then a
Be
week each
careful
of
not to
spring
let your
and fall.
head fall forward.
And our summers and winters are bullshit.
Bring yourself back slowly.
Our winters we get to minus
Put your
40,
right foot
which is
forward
also
and
minus
cross
40
your
in
legs.
Fahrenheit.
Bend your body forward and stretch the back
And
of
our
your
summers,
left leg.
I mean, to you guys, 90
Hold it
degrees
like that for
probably
a
isn't
little
too
longer.
bad, but like, I don't like it.
Straighten up and switch legs. Start bringing your
Winter and
fingertips
winter's coming.
close to your back leg. Breathe slowly as you hold. Slowly straighten up, bit by bit, starting from your lower back. Put your right leg forward and put your
Okay.
hands on your hips. Bend your right knee and stretch out your left calf.
If you can move somewhere where it would be about low 60s to low 70s all year with wind, oh, that would be great too.
Now switch legs. Stretch slowly and do your best
I was
not
able
to
to
bounce.
get by in Japan because like it was 22 to 28 while I was there in October,
Bring yourself back slowly.
which would be like, I don't know, high 60s, mid 70s.
Rotate your hands behind your back and grasp your left wrist. While pulling your wrist to the right, lower your neck the same way.
You don't do well with heat or cold. Yeah. You don't belong in the US South. I getcha.
Bring your neck back
Honestly,
up
the worst
and
part
stretch
about
in the
Japan was the
opposite
humidity,
direction as well.
but I was able to get used to it in about
Stretch
a week.
slowly. Don't overdo it.
I think one day it was like 28 degrees with 80% humidity, so it felt like it was almost like
Bring
30
yourself
something.
back slowly. And your stretching is complete. Good job.
Okay, and we're done. Now, how am I going to sit back down? There we go. Sorry, like, the reason I have a blanket on right now is because my house has really great air conditioning, but it works too well in the basement. So because of that, like, I need to stay warm and toasty. That's why I'm in a long sleeve shirt and a blanket. Alright, Smokey. How about you go over here? I'll move that controller for you. Because I'm going to play some Shin Megami Tensei by myself later. Webcam. No, I need display capture. There we go. Got to a 122? Holy shit. Alright, who was after Sin? Ramlethal. Okay. Fool's a censor? Oh, it didn't censor it for me. Hold on. No, it didn't censor it here either. Yo, how's it going, Undead Dragon? Glad you can make it. Also, glad you can make it too, Pepper Shaker. I didn't say hi to you earlier, because I was using the washroom. Where? God, my brain's melting. I completely forget what Ramlethal looks like. She has a hat. There we go. Newest episode of Fool's Gold was delightful. Find a good shot of Arena with the Soul Prowler. Ah, yeah. No, welcome to my nightmare with that one.
連れ去られたエルフェルトを奪還するため奔走するソルたち一行。そんな折、あの男の部下レイブンが来訪し、事件解決の糸口をほのめかすのであった。
Plus, like, this new episode's 20 minutes long. Dingo went all out for it. Especially since, like, she's leaving our city tomorrow, I think.
人類の味方になったつもりはない。私の世界はそんなに広くないから。それを言うなら、あなたこそ誰の味方なの？
言われたな。まあいい。
私、お前嫌いだ。
Your brother, who's a DM, has an ingrown hair? Oh, that sucks. I've had those before. They're not great. So it seems that in this game, Ramlethal has embraced more humanity and isn't going about destroying everything. Yeah! No, she grows as a character, and I can't wait to see how her character develops even further in Strive. Like, it's gonna be crazy. On stream days, you should bring you into a voice call and teach you how to play 3.5. I'd love to, but I'm not incredibly I'm not incredibly comfortable with voice chats with people I don't know, like, in real. So maybe I'll get better about that as it goes, but as of right now, you know, maybe we'll do a stream where I just go through 3.5. I was actually thinking about doing another character creation stream, and, you know, maybe we could do something cool with that. Jam, you kicked my... What do you call it? What would that even be? My gross thing. You kicked my gross thing. You had to get a kid out? Oh, crazy. That must have been really bad. Is she a robot or cyborg? Because that would mean Ram and lethal. Aruto Janaito. But no, I mean, she's an artificial being, but I don't think that she has any robot parts in her. You just don't do voice chat? It can be a bit intimidating sometimes. I'm getting better about it. It's sort of like how I don't like making phone calls unless I schedule them. Even with, like, getting pizza, I'd rather just wait at the pizza place instead of calling ahead. So I guess some cool insight into my last D&D character, Luna. He aged by, like, 15 years, so he went from 18 to 33. I'm trying to figure out his design now that he's, you know, a grown-ass adult. And it keeps drifting between Flynn Rider from Tangled and Leo Whitefang that you see here. And honestly, I think I'm tending towards, like, a more Leo Whitefang look, because he became the king of all lycanthropes. And because of that, like, having a more royal appearance might really benefit him. You're more anxious on voice chat than real life, especially with people that you don't know. I completely get you, buddy. Vocal communication is best. You have anxiety where you're wondering what a new person sounds like, or if they have a decent mic. No, that's fair. Everyone is built differently, right? You like how you sound to you, but you don't like your voice when heard? See, I like my voice. I want to get into voice acting. I want to get into voice acting and singing, and I think I'm doing well on that front so far. I'm going to be going to acting classes starting next year. I hope that streams aren't impacted by that, but we'll see. I'm also going to be moving to the coast, so... Use a voice changer because you were self-conscious that you sound too feminine? Ah. For a while, I was self-conscious that I looked too feminine. Because, you know, I got that hourglass bod, and now I got long hair. I get mistaken for a girl a lot until I speak. But honestly, like, I don't mind it anymore. You know, I wouldn't say that I'm, like, non-binary or anything, but, like, I'm Carson. You know, I identify as a guy, but I'm not really bothered if people use, like, male or female pronouns with me. I mean, hey, I guess it's June, and the Guilty Gear stream is the best place to do it, because everyone just dresses ambiguously, but, I guess now's the best time to actually come out and say, like, hey, I'm bisexual, hetero-romantic. There we go. That's the one time I'm gonna say it, because sexuality doesn't really mean anything to me. Voice sounds higher pitched to yourself, but when you hear it in a video, you hate it because you sound sick. Ah. Thanks, Pepper Shaker. If you could make it... Sorry. If you could make it where it was normal that people dress in a JRPG style, what would I choose? I mean, maybe it's because of recency bias, but I'd say that I'd like people to dress in Guilty Gear style. But that's recency bias talking. I'd have to think about it. Also, Ashnutry, you redeemed a hydrate, so I gotta pour some tea. A Pokemon look would be nice. I'd be down with rocking the Hilbert style, actually. With shorts, comfy and easy to wear. Honestly, if I could rock them, I'd totally wear the Hilda outfit. With my top tier Rattatas. If people JoJo posed or moved, I think the world would be a better place. Damn straight. God, if I could fucking rock the Joseph Joestar look with like the scarf and like the belly shirt, I'd be happy. I need to get abs. Maybe we should actually play Ring Fit. Hate Rattata in the anime, they always say Ratat. Rat-tat-tada. That's the drummer Rattata. Rat-a-tat-tada.
誰かを思う気持ちがあなた自身を傷つけているんだね。あなたには耐えられる。でも、その誰かはどうなのかな。
Rat-a-tat. Don't like Red's Ultra Sun Moon design? He looks like a dude, bro. I really appreciate how, Red was never designed to be fashionable. He was always supposed to have that frumpy, nerdy look to him. It's like seeing a cat and pronouncing it a Kate. Would I rather Pokemon say their names? Or just make noises? Though distinct for each species. I like the noises. I found it really jarring looking back at the Pokemon anime, and playing Pokemon Snap too, actually, where they just say their names. And it's like, you know, I get that that's how they named the Pokemon, and have it, like, the same for every language, I guess, in the Pokemon universe. You know, that makes sense. If something says Slowbro, it's like, oh, well, that's the Slowbro, I guess. But, I prefer having distinct noises. Imagine if an animal was just, like, it said a pun based on what it looked like. Oh, man. Imagine if animals just said their names. Like, you're walking through the street and it's like, bird, 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 squirrel, 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 squirrel. My brain would explode. I'd be done. And then you go to a different country and they say something different. You know, cat walks by and it's like, Nyako! Nyako! Oh, that's really interesting, Justifies. Oh, what's that? Magikarp! Ah, so it's Magikarp. Frog saying Gero or going Gao? Exactly. Yeah, you go to France and it's like, shot, shot. Oh, you know, you're gonna have to stop doing that. My health is going a bit low. I'm gonna have to use the instant kill. Wow, I cheated. No bones about that. The fact that I won is bad. I do not appreciate what I did here, but I did it out of necessity. I feel bad, but a win's a win. Pikachu said one more Pika. When Zoronos' mask has the bulls come out and they make their... Yeah, that feels weird.
ちょっと欲張りすぎたか
Win's a win's a win, exactly.
今はそっち側の好きにすればいい今は
驚いた。お前がイノに勝利する。
You know, I said earlier that I felt weird about coming out on a Guilty Gear stream, but everyone else in this scene is probably some sort of bisexual person. Just based on how they dress.
負けたくないという気持ちは今までの負けてはいけないと少し違う多分
Everyone in Guilty Gear is just designed to look
戦
horny.
い方にも差が出てる
興味深い。心の枯れた人間と物事を合理的にしか
A tower has
思考で
wings
き
and a
ない
rib.
お前にはこの差がわかるか。
There you go. You got it, Marcus. You were able to get there.
感情には賞味期限がある
Vega, Altair. Altair?
賞味期限。うまいこと
And Deneb, and how it relates to older Yuto and Ryotaro's sister. It's rather beautiful, yeah.
道草を食ったな。先を急ぐ。
I think you're right, Justifies. Because all the Imagine in Deno were based on fables, so...
レイブンこんなとこまで追ってきたんだ
Yeah, I mean, it's still a bit weird to say it. Especially, like, the hetero-romantic part. I never considered that, like,
ソルバッドガイも連れて
you know, you could feel sexual interest and romantic interest differently. But, fucking here we are.
あれよく思い出せないや
まだ混乱しているようだな。やはり早すぎた。
この人を捕まえればいいの
そうだ。ただし、絶対に破壊する。
否定するよ
何力の調節ができないというのはどいていい。
そうじゃない
No, Marcus, we should just rip up those
無機
fucking
物に使う
maps.
言葉でしょ彼女は人間じゃないの
何を言うかと思
They don't... They...
えばあれはお前と同じ人形だ。
They know what they are. Speaking of Deno, with how unusual Sieg is, do you count him on his... as his own rider? Or just as another form, maybe both? He's in a weird position.
彼女は殺さず
Like...
傷つけずに捕まえてほしい。
Motherfucker. Like, I want to say that Sieg is another form because he's part of that super climax form, but no, he kind of deserves to be called like another rider, so I'm gonna say both. I'm gonna just agree that it's both. Call them by their name? Yeah. When I was a kid, I thought that they were saying LGBTQ, and I thought that that was just a barbecue that only homosexual people were allowed to go to. As a kid, I thought it was an event, not a status. Damn it! Okay, we're in a spicy position here. Did I win? Was it me? I was the winner! Haha!
チェ負けちゃったしょうがないな帰るか
He has his own driver? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'd say that he's both.
ラムレザル、
何
お前は
There's a lot of debate over what the Q stands for.
なぜあん
Yeah,
な言葉
I mean-
を気にしたんだ。
彼女はあなたたちにとって違うなんでしょ
You're now gonna host the LGBTQ? Exactly.
確かに特別な存在ではある。
だとしたらそれがたとえ人間じゃなかったとしてもあんな言い方は
Yeah, I kind of prefer the plus at the end because it's kind of inclusive.
お前は面白いな。もしかしたら私にとっていや、なんでもない。 礼を言う。間もなく絶対確定世界の予兆が起こる。それを阻止することができればエルフェルトは助けられるはずだ。必ず救い出し、私にお前たちの未来を見せてみろ。
言われるまでもないよ。
Half your age plus 7 kinda... I've always figured that made more sense.
待っててね。
Newest abbreviation is LGBTQ2. Yeah, I think the 2 stands for Two-Spirit. Exactly, Marcus. Who was next after Ram? After Ram, we've got Leo. Leo Whitefang. LGBTQIA+. Yeah, I mean, it's all a journey. I don't think anything's static. Everyone has their whole life to discover who they are, and even that changes, so. I think that's why I don't put a lot of, emphasis on, my attraction, because, like, that's just a facet of who I am. I'm the complete fucking package.
わかりました。しかし、自国の機密情報をバーノン大統領から報告されるとは、どうにも複雑な心境。
Identify as a fucking moron.
こんな事態だ。情報内容は各国で共有しないとな。それに、君の話によれば、ジャスティスはまだ敵の手にある。つまり事件はまだ続く。元老院の既得権益が及んだ場所は。
So insults your friends, then you identify as a threat? Damn straight. Identify as me? Exactly. Make their pronouns was/were. God damn, that's savage. So, Leo Whitefang's hobby is that he's writing his own dictionary, but he's putting people's, people beside definitions. He's literally the kind of guy who would, in his dictionary, put sin right beside the word moron. Forget characters. If you could be from a fictional fighting world and have powers based on the system of that world, which would I choose? Ooh. The definition of overhyped and is disappointing, like Hercule. Oh, Marcus. Leo's like if Hercule could fucking back up his claims. Like, he's an arrogant asshole, but at least he can back it up. Kamen Rider, Kingdom Hearts, Persona, Digimon? Yeah. I'd probably go with Kamen Rider and Persona myself. Specifically if I could, like, be a decade figure and just go around. I think it would be fun to be in the Guilty Gear world as well. As much as I like Gurren Lagann, I would not want to be in that world. That world is too much for Carson. Hegel, or who believed humans derived their entire perception of their self and identity from outside forces and other people? Well, I've always believed that, like, people are blank slates, and they're defined and become who they are based on what they experience in life. I don't believe in the concept of inherent good or evil, but I believe that they're derived by how people experience the world. Love to have a Keyblade? That would be crazy. Marcus, I got one better for you. You pawn your Keyblade for like 5 grand, and then you go home and just go like, and then you have it back. Seemed like you would not get along. If you were to get into conflict, it'd be sad to mess up his beautiful mane. Yeah. No, I probably wouldn't be friends with Leo either. At the very least, he has the power to back up his shit. He's arrogant, but, like, he has a reason to be. Not a moral relativist, but I believe morality is a human construct. Exactly! Don't even go for Rizzo versus Hobbs. Nope. Don't believe in the concept of justice? That's interesting. But yeah, I strongly believe that the same person put in 2 different, I guess, put through 2 different experiences will turn out fundamentally differently. Which is why your comment earlier about, like, if you had clones of the same person and then you sent them in different directions, would they still be the same person? I would argue no. Well, yeah, justice is relative. That's why Death Note's such a good series. Because it handles what justice means to different people. Bedman. His name is, James L. Bedman. Didn't expect to go Philosophy Shark on this stream. This specific Guilty Gear stream has just been full of surprises. Light is a dangerous sociopath? No, it's interesting, because, like, Light, without the Death Note, was a completely different person, like, once he was robbed of those experiences. And I think that lends further credence to what I was saying. You can actually be a non-violent sociopath. Nature versus nurture and all that. Scientifically, there are things that are naturally in your brain since birth, but I believe, philosophically, that we are products of circumstance. Yep. Well, like all animals, like, humans have a pre-written set of instructions to guarantee survival that have been developed over the course of generations. Huh. Leo's actually kind of fun to play as. At the beginning of the series, Light was dreary of the world, but when he surrenders to Death Note, he's all of a sudden optimistic. That's interesting, yeah. There we go. No! I lost my chance to win. Your dog had 5 puppies. Sorry, your dog had puppies 5 weeks ago. And you made toys for them today? Those toys were too small and 2 swallowed them? That's interesting, Undead Dragon. Okay, we're gonna continue. Man, Dingo was feeling kind of down today, so she asked for pet pictures. And I was able to find a picture of my puppy when, well, my dog when she was a puppy. Back in, like, 2013, I think. She was cute. She's got heterochromia, too, so, like, imagine, like, this little white puppy with 1 brown eye and 1 blue eye. Hydrogen peroxide makes animals puke, yeah. Entirely of Megazords of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai? That would be cool. God, there was a PlayStation 3 game that came out that crossed over Kamen Rider, Ultraman, and Gundam. And I completely forget what it was called, but it looked badass. It was essentially Super Robot Wars, but for tokusatsu heroes, and also Gundam, I guess. In my book of law, there is no such thing as a statute of limitations. I will catch you. Places ideals of justice in the what is the law in a way of supporting the government. Yet his execution of justice is arbitrary. He's not going to kill someone for being a minute late to the parking meter and driving off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of lament there not being, like, instruction manuals anymore. Actually, so Guilty Gear Xrd Sign was a PS4 game, and it has a chunky instruction manual that comes with it. And I kind of miss having that. Here, Kai, now that it's stage 6, I'm gonna figure out how to actually use this guy. There we go. Digimon World Next Order? I've heard that one was a weird one. That was the PlayStation 4 one, right? I still have my copy of Digimon World DS somewhere. I should probably boot that up. If you believe all religions are true but don't follow any? No, because atheism by definition is just the idea that, you know, there is nothing. I guess if you had to throw a label on it, I identify myself as an apatheist. I just don't care whether religion is true or not, you know. I could die. Well, no, that would be a bad example. Like, one day Susanoo could just pop up and be like, "Hey, I'm the Ultimate Warrior Susanoo," and I'd be like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna play some Guilty Gear." You know, the Christian Sky God could come down from heaven and unleash his angels and proclaim his existence, and I wouldn't change how I behave based on that fact. Christian Magic Man, this guy could make himself real and he still wouldn't care? Yeah. That's kind of how I feel, like... If Poseidon revealed himself to me and was like, hey, I'm Poseidon, god of the ocean, fear me and all that. Yeah, that'd just be cool. Don't believe people are to say if there is or isn't a god, but social institutions should not be based on religions. Yeah. Dude, let me eat my mac and cheese. Yeah, I mean, if the Christian Sky God came down and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna smite you if you eat fish on Fridays," then it's like, okay. I mean, you can do it in secret. You didn't do anything before, why are you gonna do it now? Yeah. Don't eat fish, so you're okay. Oh, I love fish. Well, okay, I like certain fish. Johnny here just being a cool motherfucker. Elphelt can eat fish? Isn't cannibalism? They aren't the same species. Yeah. You haven't had proper seafood yet? Yeah. I think one of the biggest problems is, like, not having it prepared well, or having, like... Yeah, like, fish sticks and crappy sushi isn't the greatest way to experience it. It's kind of like how a lot of my friends when I was a kid didn't like vegetables, because all their parents would make is, like, steamed vegetables with maybe some salt and pepper, but that's it. Whereas, like, my parents would be like, hey, here's, like, a great vegetable medley dish, or, like, hey, we're going to try, you know, this veggie curry. And I love veggies because of that. Not a seafood guy, but you're a picky eater? Yeah. Catfish that tasted like warm mud water? Ew. That was a school lunch? Oof. By the power of my epic beard, I declare this nonsense over. Oh, I'm not doubting you, Undead Dragon, like. School lunches are No, I was literally going to say designed to be disgusting. You read my mind, Justifies.
しかしどうも釈然としない内容だ。
Like God, I don't generally like tuna. But when I went to a Japanese restaurant and they specifically brought in yellowfin tuna for like $9 a piece, I tried it and was blown away by how great it was. Because it was prepared properly.
それだけか。そうだ。しかしこの小石、どこぞの宇宙人が何らか
There
の
are 3 lunches at your school you like.
と言われたら何とする。
See, I never got that experience. When I don't think that there's like a lunch program at Canadian schools. At the very least, not in the school district that I went to.
何かしらの異変が起きていることは確かだが、
If you didn't bring your lunch, then you just didn't eat.
それがしは引き続き調査と分析を行う。結果次第では帰国にも助力を願いたいのだが。一体
I got lucky in elementary school because my house was really close, so I could just go home, have food, and then leave. Junior high, I had to bring my lunch all the time, but that was whatever. And then high school, you know, I had a job, so I could go to the Dairy Queen across the street, get a cheap hamburger. I used to actually go to the Japanese restaurant across the street more because they had a 6-piece salmon maki for like $7. And the owners liked me, so they gave me the miso soup for free, just, you know, as long as I ate it there. I used to always get a strawberry sundae before my English class. And just, my teacher was cool with it, so she let me eat my strawberry sundae in class. Zatch Bell! God, it's been forever since I've heard that. When I was, like, that was my jam when I was a kid. I also had the collectible card game for it, where it had the portfolio, but it utilized it in gameplay, where you'd flip pages of the portfolio, and those were the cards that you were able to use, like that was your hand. It was crazy. Alright, so we're doing by Ken now. She's probably one of the, or at least one of the ones that I consider the hottest Guilty Gear characters. She's strong, like she has that look going for her. She has the long pink hair, which, as you guys know, I'm the biggest fan of. The only sushi you've ever had was from the Chinese food place around you called China Wan Buffet? Oof. One of my favorite Chinese dishes is dan dan noodles. And it's got a cute story behind it. Because it's called dan dan because when they were selling it in ye old times, a guy would walk down the street with a stick and 2 buckets. One with the noodles, one with the sauce. And the pole that they carried the noodles on was called a dan dan. So the dish was named after the stick that they used to carry the buckets on. The anime was weird for both sides of the Pacific. Didn't reach the completion of the manga. Yeah. It stopped airing on Cartoon Network, but it would air on the website. That's interesting. We used to have it on YTV here, and they played it until it was done. All their other food tasted good, but you don't know if it tasted accurate. That's something you'll have to find out for yourself. I was surprised that, like, when I had ramen in Tokyo, it tasted like the ramen that I had back home at this one place that I go to called Kazoku Ramen. Literally translates to family ramen. But apparently the owners of the ramen place that I go to, they make enough money to visit family in Japan every year. So, like, they're legit. Get some spicy chicken sandwiches. Those cost some money. But all the toppings that you put on it didn't cost extra, so put hot sauce on the sandwich, put lettuce and tomatoes on the sandwich, put hot sauce on the lettuce and tomatoes, close the sandwich, put lettuce and tomatoes atop the bun, finally put hot pepper shaker. I completely agree with you. I absolutely love spicy food and have since I was a tiny child. And like, it got to the point where when I went to restaurants, sometimes I had to say like, hey, I want like not white people spicy. That's why Mexican's your favorite? Aw, Mexican food's great. Oh god, justifies, you're right. No, Star Force Mega Man had such crazy powers, I absolutely loved it. Ever since we started talking about, like, Mega Man RPGs, I've wanted to replay Star Force. But I'm missing the second one. I've got Star Force 1 and I've got Star Force 3. But I'm missing my copy of Zerker X Saurian. And I think I gave it to one of my friends. Starbreak, Trabon, etc. I mean, I'd still go with Noise Change. It's just personal choice. If I could have all of them, then absolutely, but I'd probably like default to Noise Change. Eaten a Carolina Reaper once and your tolerance has grown too far? So what really influenced my capacity to have spice was when I was younger, I got this habanero pepper salsa from like the farmer's market. And, you know, I knew I could handle that and I thought it would be a tasty time. So I ate it. I ate a quarter of the jar and then went to have dinner. And all of a sudden, like, I felt like I was going to die. And, you know, it stopped after a while. And I took a look at the jar. And the person didn't give me the habanero. They gave me the Carolina Reaper one. So I downed a quarter of a jar of Carolina Reaper salsa. And nothing has tasted too spicy for me since. Yeah, forms based on the other effeminines? Yep. Half for Joker, line, half for Ace line. I have this Carolina Reaper hot sauce that I like. It's a tiny bottle, but 3 drops of it, like literal drops, completely flavor my pan of taco meat whenever I make it. Pirate more than salsa? Pico, you mean? Oh, picante, yeah. Sorry, Dizzy. Oh, that's interesting. They're playing the instant kill music on the shamisen. That's crazy. Omega as a partner? Torn between Omega or Navi Mega Man as a partner, or just go solo. Battle Network, I would have the ability to fight in real and data world, of course. I think Omega is a great partner. He's got like a sass to him that I really enjoy. Really like acidic foods? Most meals you eat either put vinegar, lemon, or hot sauce on. You don't like sriracha, but not because it's too spicy? Okay. Ever since I started making my own salsa, I can't do store-bought anymore. Like, I will actively, like, if I feel like salsa, I won't just buy a bottle of it. I'll get the ingredients and just make it myself. What would be dope? Go to Meiji or Japan, bring a Spanish guitar and 6 chords. Oh, that would be cool. I think it would be crazy to just live in a time where you can invent a genre. You know, you find yourself in like the 1910s and you're just like, I'm gonna invent ska. You've always had picante instead of salsa? No, that's fair. God, my Ken's so great. Just their thickness? Mm-hmm. Yeah, whenever I make my salsa, I like it to be slightly thinner than normal salsa. Ska is sort of an offshoot of reggae, so inventing ska would be like making... I guess, yeah. I mean, it's not that I don't look upon Bleach highly. It's just that I think after a certain point, they just kept repeating plot points. I loved what I watched and read with Bleach, but I didn't go any further than that. Oh, Sin, buddy. You are cruising for a bruising. Oh no, you dodged it! Now I have to kill you. Any E3 predictions, hopes? Well, if they don't announce Bayonetta 3, then I'm locked out of 3 bingos on my E3 bingo card. For Nintendo, I mean. What's on the card? Give me a sec. On my Nintendo E3 bingo card, I have ARMS 2, Splatoon 3 gameplay, themes for Switch UI, GameCube ports but only of games that no one likes, Age of Calamity DLC, new Mario game, $80 remake of a game that wasn't even $80 on release, $80 Canadian is equal to $60 US, Zelda 35th anniversary celebration, not a single mention of Mother, 3 or otherwise, new Smash Fighters but dumb like Phoenix Wright, Pokemon Legends / Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, Metroid Prime 4, Switch Pro, Nindies, but like all of them get delayed forever or don't come out. New Amiibo, bonus if it only works for one game. Pikmin 4, but not until like 2025. New IP, Breath of the Wild news finally. Another limited time release, probably like a Zelda collection or something. Bayo 3, which I mentioned. Brewster found dead in a ditch. By the way, no Animal Crossing DLC. Game from a series that hasn't had a new game this decade. There we go. Splatoon 3 Idol reveal. Or new 99 style game. Bonus if it's released the same day. Look at how she walks. She has a goddamn swagger. Upcoming revival. Because of the enemies, wouldn't be surprised to hear some German tracks. Ooh. Super Eye Patch Wolf perpetuates in his faux intellectualism is misunderstanding literary terms and saying X is bad. That's the thing. I find that when people try to use, I guess, literary language, they're trying to make their point less refutable by the layman. If you describe it in layman's terms, then you're going to either prove your point even better, or give people, like, a chance to refute it. But when you cut jargon into it, it kind of limits the power of your viewers. Only excited for Zelda news? I'd love to have Zelda news, yeah. Toby Fox will be referenced by name, and a game no one cares about but will blow up once it releases. You don't need a degree to talk about something, but you need to know the basics. Exactly, like, formal education is, you know, a bonus, I guess, but if you know the basics and you're willing to learn and willing to explore ideas, then, you know, you should be able to talk about stuff like that. Some of the GameCube games for Switch, Eternal Darkness, would be cool. That would be cool, yeah. Though ever since that company, like Silicon Knights, kind of died because of Too Human, I think Nintendo might still have the IP at least. Have I heard of a game called Crosscode? No, I haven't. What's it about? Oh yeah, justifies. That always pisses me off. Alright, well that broke her guard at least. You know? There we go. Mildly banking on Mother 3, both Reggie and Terry Crews voice support for its release. I mean, I hope so. At the very least, like, announce Game Boy Advance Virtual Console on the Switch, and then have Mother 3 be a release game to get people hyped. Parasite Eve, Fatal Frame, and Clock Tower? I couldn't get into Fatal Frame or Parasite Eve, they just weren't my thing, but Clock Tower would be cool. It's an RPG game where you're trying to find your memories? Okay. I'll have to take a look at it. Not sure if it's an RPG? Okay. My slate's kind of full with June just being full of games. God, I'm picking up 5. I'm getting the Yuffie DLC for Intergrade, Guilty Gear Strive, Ratchet & Clank, Scarlet Nexus, and Disgaea 6. And Ratchet & Clank and Guilty Gear release on the same day, so that's gonna be a really... That's gonna be an expensive day. Ash Hunter got waffles! I'm kind of jealous. It's been a long time since I've had a proper waffle, like a homemade one. I've had Eggo, but like, God, I really miss going to like my breakfast place and ordering waffles. I gotta do that. God, can I order waffles for delivery? Ashen Hunter, you've given me ideas.
ましてや国際的なお尋ね物とあらばさらなりあとは参位寸法が分かれば触って確かめてみるかい
Heaven or hell. Duel. One. Let's rock.
Here, we'll kill Answer and then I'll find out if I can get waffles delivered. Because I might want to order breakfast tomorrow. There we go. A game that I care about. That's my hope for E3. Oh, that's for pickup. No, I want delivery. What about Denny's? Denny's isn't necessarily good, but they do have waffles probably. Oh no, that's completely valid, Undead Dragon. I mean, we'll usually say like, hey, what do you want for dinner? I kind of want breakfast. Okay. But that's about it. P1's FMVs are good too with with PS3 and on. You have an unhealthy obsession with true to life graphics. Persona has their style and it works great. Noctopath Traveler proves pixel art has a place in yeah. Now let's see if I can get waffles. No, I can't order waffles. I can only order pancakes. I'm heartbroken. All right, I can order a Belgian waffle from a pub. But it's like $6 to deliver. It would be cheaper for me just to order the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles waffle iron that I want. Let's see if I can get that. I can have my Ninja Turtles waffle maker delivered to me by tomorrow. So, should I choose to do that? Here, I'll show you guys what this amazing thing. Here, let me just look it up. Like, look at this beautiful creation that God has given us. And it makes Ninja Turtles waffles. Like, God, I need this in my life. And I can get it by tomorrow. There we go. It's winter, you can't eat ice cream or shit. Yeah, that's... Bitch, what? I do what I want. When I was in high school, I got ice cream sundaes every day during the winter. Yeah, RI Hop kind of sucks, but we have this chain called Cora that has the same atmosphere. When do reward prices go down? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to talk about it. I changed the reward structure a bit. I brought down the price of Have Carson Sing a Thing. because fuck it, I'm willing to do it whenever. I brought down the price of Give Smokey a Treat because I got rid of Give Smokey a Scratch on the Chin. Oh god. Okay. Well, I'll sing 2 songs. But yeah, I'll finish my explanation. I brought down the price of Give Smokey a Treat because I got rid of Give Smokey a Chin Scratch. Since I just do that anyways. Smokey can get a chin scratch whenever. But treats are special. But because of that, you know, I felt bad, so I made the price a bit lower for you. Fuck it. I'll do a Guilty Gear song at least. Here's one that I did a cover of, actually. It's my favorite song on the Guilty Gear Strive soundtrack so far. So, over time, most things fade away, isn't that right? All of the memories dissolve it all. The sunshine, the breeze song go by. No matter how big it is, its time will come. It will be reborn as something new. The full moon, bright balloons. Only my feelings will ever grow. An off-season swallow, so that's me. Non-stop love song, follow you wherever you go. I can't wait to catch up before the sun sleeps. Not if you're short of breath. I'm the disaster of passion. So that was one, and let's do something from a musical for the second one. There's blood on my hands and mud on my name. My it threw a party and everyone came. My innocence ravaged, my virtue devoured. I can't count the strangers with whom I have showered. I've taken a life, been stripped to my essence. And to think all I wanted was swing dance lessons. Mary Jane, oh Mary Jane. You crumpled me like cellophane. You stir me up like beef chow mein. You wreck me, Mary Jane. Mary Jane, oh Mary Jane. You conquered me like Charlemagne. Pleasure intertwined with pain. You wreck me, Mary Jane. Your toxic kisses make my heart race faster than a cheetah. I've been stapled and swindled, my willpower's dwindled. You melt resistance down like hot Velveeta. Mary Jane, oh Mary Jane. You flush my future down the drain. You smear me like a ketchup stain. But I need you, I want you, I love you, Mary Lane. Love by Mary, love by Mary, love by Mary Lane. Mary Lane, oh Mary Lane. 2 words that fall like gentle rain. Touch my hand and kill my pain. I love you, Mary Lane. You flood my world with all the colors of the Sunday funnies. Innocent splendor and kisses so tender, softer than a pillow stuffed with bunnies. And it's just a duet from there on. Thanks for the Sing-a-Thing redemptions, by the way, Pepper Shaker and Undead Dragon. Good on you for doing them both at the same time. What else do we got? We need Venom. Nope, Venom we already did. We need Faust. Because we have Faust, Johnny, Kum Haehyun, May, Bedman. So we don't have a lot left. I don't have anything to do tomorrow, so fuck it. Let's finish these arcade modes. Let's do them tonight. Faust is the one with the bag on his head in the bottom right there. What's the weirdest musical I've seen? That one was actually the song that I sung, Reefer Madness. They took the 1930s propaganda movie and then they turned it into a musical. That was completely riffing on it. It was hilarious. Repo the Generic Opera was also really good. You don't really watch musical? Fair enough. I mean, technically you can count most Disney movies as a musical, so... Do I know / listen to Mariana's Trench? I personally don't listen to them now. I know of them, but it's just not my jam. You have 9,000 shark coins and you don't know what to do with them?
だとしたら一体誰が何のために真相究明も重要ですが私としての最優先事項は
Spring Awakening. That sounds cool.
ジョニーさんから紹介のあった調律師さんの話を聞くとしましょう
But at least half on the losing bet to give to the rest of us. That's one way to redistribute wealth. I mean, we're going to have those... We're going to have a big prediction during the final boss of Kingdom Hearts 2. It's better than Avatar: The Last Airbender? Damn, that's some high praise. Well, if I remember correctly, Gothy's player watches Infinity Train, and I think she's trying to get Dingo and Felix into it as well. How do I do the door? There we go. Really tried hard with Korra, but it shot itself in the foot too early. It has some really interesting things going on with it, but I just... Book 2 didn't really jive with me. Yeah, The Last Airbender was something special. I appreciate them making a new series in the same universe, though, instead of just continuing the adventures of Aang. Book 3 is really good, and you only like Book 4 because of Varric and Zuli. Okay. Listen, I watched The Legend of Korra for one thing, and one thing only. Pabu the Fire Ferret. Alright, Slayer, I'm gonna... Okay, well, I'm gonna beat you up. What's the command for Concho? Slash. Okay, I'll remember that for next time. Let's zig everywhere. That TLA zagged. Never liked Barrett from the start because he was too much comic relief. Oof. And yeah, it's a good point. Pabu was the best. I fucking missed out. I missed out. I was at San Diego Comic-Con 2013, and they had a Pabu the Fire Ferret plushie, and I was 3 people too late to get one. They ran out 3 customers in front of me. To this day, I'm sad that I never got it. He even had his t-shirt. I was robbed. Varric is an unrepentant, unpunished war criminal?
Heaven or hell. Duel 1. Let's rock.
I should just find a plushie maker and commission one of Pabu. Who am I kidding? I commissioned a plushie of Abby from Fool's Gold first, before I asked for Pabu. He's beautiful. I got in a war between North and South Poles to sell weapons to both sides, profiteering. Made a terrorist attack in Republic City and tried to have his president assassinated. And created weapons of mass. Yeah, that sounds like war crimes to me. That's Tony Stark if he wasn't put in the, well, that's Marvel Cinematic Tony Stark if he wasn't put in the cave. Catch you later, Pepper Shaker. Thanks for joining for Guilty Gear. Hope you can make it for Kamen Rider on Friday. God, I'm actually super looking forward to Fridays now for Kamen Rider with everyone. I also need to catch up on Kamen Rider Saber. Like, I'm way behind. Thought it was Monday? Oh man. I had my last D&D session with the Fool's Gold crew on Monday, so that's why I remember that it's not Monday. No, he blocked it. I gotta start looking for D&D groups now, actually. That or, like, writing the lore for my campaign setting. And yeah, it was a weird progression from Last Airbender to Korra. I mean, I like the setting, but I don't think that it was specifically the best choice for that world. Industrialization, sure, but not the way that they did it, in my opinion. try making a D&D campaign for the Discord? I mean, I'm considering it. I'm trying to write my campaign setting right now, but I think I prefer to run it with people I know first, just to make sure that it's a good fit. Amelia did not have her style game on in Guilty Gear 1. No, she didn't. She had an absolute glow up.
Heaven or hell. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Was the era of Sonya bodysuits? Yeah. Well, because Guilty Gear 1 came out around 1998. And it wouldn't be until, like, the late 2000s that aesthetic would be, like, changed. Yeah, Chunners and, Mai, like, were absolute outliers. Eno, please. There we go. My god, it's Queen, but also punk rock aesthetic? Yeah.
コロニーの住人に医療処置を指示したのは慈悲なき刑事だとは考えられないだろうか。
何ですか、やぶから棒に。それはどういうことですか。
実は私は初めからジャスティスと融合などできなかったのだ。
はい。まさか今さら責任転嫁するつもりじゃないでしょうね。
いや、そうではない。あの最後の戦いで私はソルによってジャスティスから引き剥がされた。旗からはそう見えていた。しかしその直前、実はジャスティスが私と融合することを。
Well, that's unfortunate, Cronus.
拒絶?
Also, your friend Libraria died. You know, you might want to add that, maybe.
非常に興味深い話ではありますが、それとコロニーの件と何の関係が。
かつての慈悲なき刑事は常に目先の問題を解決するための合理的で機械的な思考だったと思え。しかし私の仮説が正しいとすれば、あれはそんな無意識の存
So
在。
if he can just flip on a dime, you can't trust him? Well, that's the thing. He was good from Guilty Gear X to Guilty Gear
つまり
Rev 2.
あなたはこう言いたいのですか。慈悲なき刑事は
Which is like a solid, like, 6 years at least.
そしてあなたたち元老院を利用
Anime
して
called
コロニーを使った
Denma?
大きな
That sounds familiar. Give me a sec.
飛躍した考えだと思うか。
冗談ではありませんよ。クワバラクワバラ。
Versus Leo. Get ready to rock.
I'm sure that I've seen it around, but I don't think I've actually watched it, or even clips of it.
しまった。
これは
That's what it would be.
そこにいるのは元老院、いや元元老院のリーダー滞在人。
That's why I've heard of it, yeah.
無免許の闇医者のように。
はい、これは夢です。
そうか、これは夢か。
他人の夢に長居するのもなんですので、我々はこれにて失礼します。ごきげんよう。
待て、そうはいくか。俺の目の前を犯罪者が素通りするなんて、たとえ夢であってもまかりならん。そうだな。はい、そうであります。
仕方ありませんね。ここでクロスさんが捕まるとややこしいことになる。
Heaven or hell. Duel 1. Let's rock.
There's a lot of anime that I want to try out, but eh. I just don't have the drive to pick up anything new right now. I tried to get into Dragon Ghost House Hunting, but I haven't watched an episode in forever. Same with Kamen Rider. I haven't watched Kamen Rider Saber since, like, I want to say episode 19. Well, it's always glad to have, like, an anime that you like, but you can't, like, place why. That's why I need a friendly push. I think I'll have more time, just to watch anime and such, once I've finished the Guilty Gear cover album. I'm trying to learn how to, harmonize and add double tracking so that I can make this one really special, and that's taking a lot of my time.
わかりました。少し変わっていただけますか。
Whoa, what did I get the trophy for? Nice.
なるほど。わかりました。ではもう少し詳しく。住民たちの体温が日に日に上昇している。ここ数日で 0.002 度ほどだ。
Couple get together in the second book. Oh, that's cute.
念のため
People try to say that Kirito is a womanizer and that Sword Art Online is too much of a power fantasy. That Kirito is too strong. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I was that person for a while. I was like, oh, Sword Art Online, God, that's bad. But no, I was wrong. It's... If people like it, then it's like, why not? Dragon Ball is highly beloved, and it's specifically a power fantasy. Goku will always win. He will always overcome, like... That's just it. I think it's because I was used to anime like that, that Gurren Lagann episode 8 kind of hit different. Because the main character, number one, wasn't who you thought it was, and number two, didn't overcome the thing. I will say, I don't think that Sword Art Online's for me. I just couldn't get into it. Did I beat episode mode? Hold on. I haven't beaten all the characters, right? I can't have. I still have Johnny. Maybe I beat all the Revelator characters, and then the ones added in Rev 2 or the DLC. I think it's sort of like... It's an important thing to be able to understand that just because something isn't for you doesn't mean it's bad. It's a mentality that I didn't learn to have until later. Yeah, it's a harem series if the many suitors are the focus of the series. Like, Ouran High School Host Club would fit that example. Like, the series is about Haruhi having a bunch of boys after her. But, like, the Pokemon anime isn't a harem series because Ash has a bunch of girls that kind of like him. Even though Serena's the only true one. Though it is kind of weird that they have to give Ash new arm candy every season.
あいつならきっと先生の役に立ってくれるだろう。それにこの件が解決すれば俺の心配事もなくなるしな。
Damn. Yeah, we just have Johnny, Kum, May, and Raven left. So fuck it. Let's finish the arcade modes on this stream. And next stream, we'll probably do it next week still. We'll just finish up the cutscenes. We'll just have a chill sit-down stream. You like Mal? Oh, Mallow's great. I don't even watch the anime, but I know that Mallow's great. I think I actually just got her in Pokemon Masters, too. Oh man, Johnny used to be my main character in Guilty Gear XX. But now that I've started to main Sol and started learning Ino, like, he feels different. There we go. And Mysteria, but I think it's because they were together for so long that people think that. Mallow literally gets shaman. God, that's great. Mallow deserves it. And yeah, Alola's trial, like the island challenge is great. I absolutely love that change. God, I should charge my 3DS and play Pokemon Moon again. Yeah, I like the idea of just not the type gyms, but like theme gyms. Mallow's a better fit for Ash than Serena? No, fair enough. I think that, at least from what I've seen, they just made Serena lovey-dovey. Serena was the only one to lock them lips. That's right, I just watched a clip of the escalator scene. Johnny is the guy that looked at a cowboy and a Ronin and thought, yes. And then he became both. And a gambler. No, I absolutely love the theme boss idea. Like, I think that Pokemon needs to expand to include, like, to just pull away from the type idea. One Pokemon series where instead of trials or gyms, you get what's going on in Journeys, where you have to do a whole ass battle challenge and rank up in tiers, and then the rank 1 person is the champion. That would be cool. Alright. So Johnny has to kill his adopted daughter / maybe girlfriend, because their ages are a lot closer than people think. / crewmate. Their relationship's weird. Because, like, Johnny found May abandoned and took her in on his pirate crew of other orphans. But, like, May sees him as something more than that. I'm not gonna instant kill May. That would feel bad. What do you have to say for yourself, Johnny?
Johnny, win, straight.
約束通り小遣いをあげてもらおうか。その分は
May playing the responsible part of the couple, where she's saving money for retirement. Also, Johnny gets a. That's something I didn't know. I didn't know that Johnny gets an allowance for May. That's cute. So apparently, the Guilty Gear Strive Ultimate Edition soundtrack comes with 50 tracks that include vocal and background themes. It's great. I'm so excited. Johnny's your favorite character? Johnny's great. He was my favorite character in the last series of games, the XX series. He's got a really cool mechanic where, like, if you do a certain command, the same control stick input but with different buttons, he'll attack middle, down, or high, and your opponent won't know where you're going to hit. It's really, really cool. And then lore-wise, like, he's the guy who got all these orphans together and put them on a ship. Johnny's just a good guy.
随分と貫禄が出てきたな。大人の剣になった。だが、大人の負け方だ。何か別の力を隠してないか?
Think you can be interested when two people view each other in different ways? Yeah.
Johnny, versus 60. Get ready to roll.
Meanwhile, we got Sin here, who's just a friend. He's an idiot, but he's a friend.
Heaven or hell. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. It's still a bit of an age gap between Johnny and May. I think Johnny's like 10 years older than May. But it's like, you know, 25 and 35. Alright, Sin, just... There we go. Do we know Guilty Gear's laws? I guess it depends on where you go. The laws in the US are different than the laws in the Kingdom of Illyria, are different than Zep. I don't know what's going on with Australia and Guilty Gear, but they've probably got some stuff going on. Actually, I just learned that in Steven Universe, there's just a big hole in Russia. Like, I guess the Russian dub for Steven Universe, they made Ruby male. And Rebecca Sugar didn't like that, so when they showed the map of the world, just Russia's gone. Once you get 18, you're legal, so in the eyes of the law, nothing's wrong, at least in the US. That's not all? Oh! I'll admit, I got into Steven Universe a bit late, so I watched, I didn't watch all the episodes, but I watched, like, the ones that moved the plot forward and some that had, like, really cool plot threads, so. Oh, I did hear about that Justifies.
Johnny, win. Straight.
お前さんも政治の世界では相当な駆け引き上手なんだろうが。
Oh, actually, give me one sec, guys. If we're gonna be doing this, then there's one thing that I need to do. The current banner for Dragalia Lost ends in like 25 minutes, and I want to be able to pull from it one last time. Alright. Sorry guys, just give me one sec. Alright, did I get any draw tickets from that? I did, but not enough for 10. So let's do a couple single summons. Let's see if I can get anything good. I got garbage. Let's see if I can get a couple more single summons. Garbage. 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 I got one more pull. Garbage. Too bad. Fake Grand Order is having its update for Lost Belt 4. Ah, that's right. One of these days I'll actually do Fade. It's just, I want to set the time aside to actually appreciate the story. So those coins of Johnny's are really cool because they can cancel out combos or attacks. But because of that, they're a limited resource. You don't get to do that. JoJo may have new characters per part, but it's an ongoing story, so if you don't put in the work... Yeah, I mean... In my opinion, every season of every part of JoJo is self-contained enough where if you just want to watch the femboy gangsters, then just watch the femboy gangsters. You'll be missing out on some stuff, but honestly, you'll be able to figure out the story. And if that gets you to watch previous parts, then that's even better. A web series called One for All. No, I haven't. Key part of JoJo is the legacy of the Joestar bloodline. Yep, absolutely. But I think that, you know, in a self-contained sense, you can appreciate it for what it is, and then if that draws you in to wanting to see where the bloodline has led up to, then that's sort of like, that's where you go if you liked what you saw, right? Like when Stone Ocean comes out, if people go into it because Jolene's hot, then they're like, oh, I wonder what Jotaro's story is. And they go watch part 3, then that's just gravy. That's a perfectly reasonable way to do it. And then, you know, you might want to rewatch stuff because you want to get the full picture. But that kind of only works if you have self-contained seasons. Yeah, I can't jump into, like, what's the show that has multiple... I can't jump into, like, a random arc of One Piece and be like, now I know everything. You know, you can't appreciate a single arc of One Piece without knowing some stuff. First episodes are decent and short, but later ones are pretty good and short. Okay. Wow! Look at my lack of health bar. Oh, absolutely justifies. I'm pretty sure that Araki didn't have everything planned out. I'm pretty sure he didn't decide that like there were rock humans until part 8. To be fair, I don't follow any of the anime YouTubers at all. Like, just straight up. It's made by the YouTube channel Deer Stalker Pictures? Okay. Oh, I get you, justifies. Yeah, I think, like... Unless the creator of the work specifically says, like, yeah, new watchers should probably watch this prequel first. I made it that way. Then, you know, that's when you watch the prequel first, but, like... Watching Fate Zero would probably... Like, I wouldn't appreciate it as much if I didn't play Fate Stay Night. Yeah. God, I got almost 2 million points with Johnny. I guess my Guilty Gear XX fingers are still playing. Alright. So the next one is... Kum, who is in the corner right here. This is a character that was only for this game, so I've never touched this character before. We have 2/3 of Fate Stay Night animated because apparently it kills people to read. No, Oh, she's a cutie. God damn, that unnamed character is cute.
だが病の元をおとなしくさせたに過ぎぬ。あとはウヌの免疫力の頑張り次第だ。今日一日は
Don't you hate it when random unnamed characters have great design and then you never see them again?
もう立たれるのですか。
コロニーは遠い。初手に遅れを取れば打つ手を減らさぬとも限らぬ。
それほどの大事ですか。
Fans take the rest.
そうだろうな。だが J の字ほどの者があの慌てよう。ただごとではあるまい。タウンよ。こたびは特分なき務めになるやもしれん。それがしのわがままも許してくれ。
Damn though. He has muscles on his muscles.
めっそうもございません。私たちは皆親方様がいなければ流浪の民なのですよ。
Hey Hyun, I'm no doctor, but the power of my epic beard has healing properties I can tap into.
みな、全力で息災にな。
いってらっしゃいませ、親方様。
It is a great beard though. There's a song by the Proto Men about beards. Six pack on a six pack on a six pack. Yep. By the way, he's a robot. He is a mech. I should say. Yeah, you'll... I don't know if you caught it, but in the splash art and in that introduction, some cool stuff happened. Yeah, Slayer kind of sucks as a person. No. There we go. Robots are tools, androids are sentient beings? Well, robot is a Slavic word for slave, so. But yeah, her story is like the next evolution of a Mulan kind of deal, where she can only inherit her family's legacy if she's a man. So she pretended to be a guy by piloting a ripped fucking brick wall of a mech. Because she's especially good at channeling ki. Yeah, robots are legal slaves. Oh, it's absolutely stupid. I think the point of telling this story is to prove how stupid it is. Let's see if maybe I can fire off this instant kill. There we go. It's not instant kill, that's overkill.
いにも伝統的な36弦。長い間調理されていないようだが、それが運の源流というわけだ。
I like monarchies, where they are at least girl or boy. Birthright to the throne is determined by time of birth. Yeah.
Heaven or hell. Duel. One. Let's rock.
What I don't like, though, is when they're, like, forced to take the throne because of their time of birth. Where it's like, if the firstborn just wants to be a music teacher, and, like, the secondborn wants the throne, like, it's so much of a process to be like, oh, well, mom's dead. I guess I'm gonna take the throne, then abdicate it, and now you get it. There you go. It's like, no, you should just be able to be like, I relinquish my claim to the throne, you can have it. Ah, she's so cute. Firstborn has choice of being it? Yeah. Oh, did you notice something, Marcus?
Heaven or hell. Duel. One. Let's rock.
I mean, this man is a small-scale mech. That woman is piloting this man, is the way to say it. Here, if I can do this instant kill, you'll have a better look. There we go. Fully sentient android with a girl piloting him for greater proficiency. I could be wrong, but I think the lore is that she like, it's literally just a mech. Here, let me double check the lore. You know, I'm kind of tempted to go to McDonald's and grab that BTS meal, specifically because I want to taste that sweet chili and the Cajun dipping sauce. And I don't think you can order them separately. Yeah, it looks like it's just a mech. Yeah, I want nuggies now too. I mean, it's almost midnight. I can count that as a midnight snack. But I think I'm just gonna go there tomorrow. Your balance is perfectly balanced. It's a double nice. 69. Nice. Top. Oh, I guess I should be going like that. I think actually they made a version of the bisexual flag that one color is the hex code boob 69, and then the other one is like 42069. Give me one sec.
Heaven or hell. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Let me see if this is correct. After your interview, you're gonna get sub, chips, and soda. Aw, that sounds great. Good luck on your interview, by the way. That's something that I wanted to say, like, in person, instead of, like, in text. I find that when people wish me luck in person, it hits harder than via text. But you control it via key. I would absolutely accept any mech that's given. Listen, if my country's army wants to recruit me, just invent mechs. I will apply specifically to pilot a mech. All right. Can I set a color? With the hex code in Clip Studio Paint. Give me one sec, guys. Double click. Yeah, I can. Okay, give me one sec, guys. We're going to test what I just said. If I can find my cursor. There it is. Where did it go? Is Clip Studio Paint actually doing something? I think I broke my paint program. God fucking damn it. I can't even close it. Holy shit. Okay, well, I guess we're not doing that. I was gonna test to see if, what the colors were, but never mind. The Juggle Fury mech, where it's just an open room, and you can run around in it, do combat moves, and follow. Ah, that's cool. Strike Gundam from Gundam Seed? Ooh. I would like to pilot Gurren Lagann. Specifically, the version with wings. Though, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann would be a fun time. I've got 2 Gurren Lagann figures. I've got full Drill Eyes Gurren Lagann, and I've got Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Do you think Epic 7 is going to do another Guilty Gear crossover? Well, they just finished the, yeah, they just finished one, I think it was February? So we might have to wait for next year to get a rerun. But Guilty Gear Strive comes out next week. Epic 7 might do one for that. And if they do, then my wallet's gonna be hurting. instead of using my coins to get the actual harder to get characters, I just got more copies of Saul. Because he's my boy. Don't forget to check the picks. Okay. You have 200 books. Damn. I need Moonlight medals. I don't want the Moonlight guy that's out right now, but it has Cecilia in it, and I kind of need her a lot. Oh, damn, yeah, they're great. That Gundam is pretty. I kind of want to get into building Gunpla, like Gundams, but I haven't seen enough Gundam to, like, actually. You have 6-star Cecilia B rank? I just need a copy of her. If Guilty Gear was in a crossover fighting game, and I had to pick 7 characters, who would they be? Well, let's go systematically. You have to have Saul and Kai, of course. They come as a team. After that, I think Ino is a very important character because of her role in Guilty Gear XX, as well as Dizzy. May is also really important, which means that we have 1 spot for a Guilty Gear character, and I would have to give it to Faust. Bringing characters from Kamen Rider. Logically speaking, I'd probably choose Ryuki or Gaim because of the amount of characters, but I'd probably tend towards Ryuki. A headset suggestion for when you get money? I mean, I personally don't use headsets, mostly because I prefer having like a high-quality microphone, and then just using headphones. Right now, I'm using a microphone that actually has a jack on it for your headphones. It also comes with like this arm where you can like just set your microphone up wherever, and the pop filter for like $100 Canadian, so that would probably be like 80 US. You don't really have a space for the space for a mic? Ah, that's too bad. But I getcha. Yeah, I'm sorry. I never used headsets aside from the one that like came with my Xbox. Also, that hug with Johnny.
Heaven or hell. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ryuki and Gaim are kind of too big, you would think. Having X-Aid would be a bit cliche since they're game riders. No, yeah, I getcha. X-Aid's actually a good one to consider. But I think Ryuki, like, you can pick and choose which ones that you want, and all of them would be nice. Even if you include Decade's Kamen Rider Abyss. Damn it. Drive, Mach, and Chase, but you include Lupin, Neo Drive, and Rider versions of Heart, Brain, and Medic. That would be neat. I mean, I guess we could also include Saber, considering Saber has a ton of riders now, too.
だが免疫やホルモン状態の話をしているのだとすれば、それはわかる。異常はない。そんな。火の気のない場所に火がつくような不思議は5万と見てきた。だがここでは火もなく黒煙が上がっておる。不法にコロニーを離れていた者はいませんか。住民との差分を検証できると思うのですが。
Oh, that's really nice. That's a good design.
この本質がようやく見えてきた。問題は住民すべてが同時に発症しているということ。それはつまり、このままでは対処が追いつかぬということだ。ウヌが探しているものが何かはわからぬが、何としても突き止めろ。よいか。我らの敵は病院だけではない。 時間だ。
Ruby only has 5 characters while the others have at least 8. Mm-hmm. Saber? You mean Sir Arthur Pendragon? I ask of you, is this my driver? Alright, we just have May and Raven left. Also, nice to see you, RDF. Glad you can make it for, I mean, the second last Guilty Gear Revelator stream. Then we're going right into Strive the day that it launches. Have a bad headache? Aw, man. I'm doing pretty well. Had my last session with the Fool's Gold crew on Monday. I was able to launch an attack where I took a radiant damage gun, shot it through a series of prisms, and hit the final boss with a series of 16,000 refracted attacks. Well, around 16,000. We did the math and it was like 16-something thousand. I have a smaller wheel on his chest? Okay. Last session of the current campaign, or like is the group breaking up because of the move? Yeah, they don't really like playing D&D online, so I don't think another D&D campaign is in our future, I'm afraid. Catch you later, Ashen Hunter. Glad you could join us. But it was a good send-off. Like, I'm satisfied and happy with the outcome. It was a 3-year-long campaign, and I think my character Luna is gonna stand out as my favorite character I've played. Oh, absolutely it hurts. I'm legitimately incredibly sad that this is the end. And it kind of hurts, but, you know, that's what happens. Maybe they'll change their minds about playing online at some point. I don't know. But at least for now, we're not going to be playing D&D together. Okay, hold on. How do I do Totsugeki? It's a charge attack. Alright, well, we'll kill him first. Dark Geo and has him use Evil Rider armors? Oh, that's cool. I'd be down for that. Okay, purple hat, top left corner. She's my favorite. Of the Jellyfish Pirates. Yeah, let's check it out. Ooh, that's really neat. That Eternal armor is really good. New group will eventually find you, vice versa. Learn new dynamics will be found. You gotta bring another 3 years of experience to... Exactly. Well, and I'm trying to write a campaign setting because it's easier to find groups than find DMs, so... Man. I'm having, like, flashbacks when I was trying to learn Guile in Street Fighter. I'm just not good at, charge characters. Grand Omageo? Oh, let's check it out. Ooh! That's a nice combo. I'm just glad that Dingo's getting a lot of good content from our D&D campaign together. So, you know, it may be bittersweet to me, but I'm looking more at the sweet than the bitter. Aw. Oh yeah, no, she could cut glass. That jam. She mined all the content for me that I'm worth and then kicked me across the country. Exactly. Though next year I'm going to be moving to at least the same province, so travel and meeting up will be a lot easier. Because I'm going to be going to Victoria, BC for acting school. Because I guess I'm just ditching animation and going with acting now. My entire adult life so far, like from 19 at least forward, people have been telling me, Carson, you have a great voice, you should try like go into voice acting or something, and I've been like, I just fucking can't, whatever. RDF! Holy shit, thank you so much for the sub! Give me a sec. You get a piano, dude. Let's see. is. Well, I was there on the day they sold the cause for the queen. And when the lights all went out, we watched our lives on the screen. I hate the ending myself, but it started with an alright scene. It was the roar of the crowd that gave me heartache to sing. It was a lie when they smiled and said you won't feel a thing. And as we ran from the cops, we laughed so hard it would sting. Yeah, yeah, oh, if I'm so wrong, how can we listen all night long? How could it happen long after you're gone? Because we never learned a goddamn thing. You're just a sad song. That wasn't right. You're just a sad song with nothing to say about a lifelong wait for a hospital stay. And if you think that I'm wrong, this never meant nothing to ya. There we go. Thanks for the sub, RDF. I really appreciate it. Heard of Mind's Eye, but this is ridiculous. Yeah, Answer is he is a design. He also summons a snake. And turns into a shuriken. He's a complex character. But he just got flattened by an anchor, so what else? The penguin's also really cute. All of the jellyfish pirates are great. And I love them. Answer is not a real man, according to Johnny. Bedmen. I still can't get over the fact that they, like, with the accent, they call him Bedman. That sounds like a last name. Hello, my name is George Bedman.
Heaven or hell. Duel. One. Let's rock. It's not over yet.
You keep your head down for a while? If he was non-binary, bed them? Yeah. Hello, I'm bed them. If he was a baby sheep, he'd be bedlam. Some people would take that as an opportunity if someone introduced them. Potemkin just makes one of the best entrances.
Heaven or hell. Duel. One. Let's rock.
I mean, how do you think that bed them got laid? That's how they lost their virginity. They had a really good wingman. Potemkin, please don't! No! My hubris! I thought I could get an instant kill. Should have gone for just the combo. It's alright, Potemkin. She's like 25. Actually. Hey, Google. How old is May from Guilty Gear? Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, well, thank you. So I guess all Guilty Gear's gonna give me is that she just looks young. And she never ages. Is the one holding the penguin like a slime or something, or just weirdly pale? Microphone devices that are always on doesn't sit right with you? I mean, I acknowledge the fact that if I shout Guilty Gear at my computer enough times, I'm just gonna get ads for Guilty Gear, so... I completely get it justifies. But in my personal... I've decided that the convenience is worth... You know... it probably listening to everything I'm saying. The one thing that I won't get is an Alexa, though. I don't like the idea that I'm gonna have to, like... That somebody on, like, a phone call could say, like, Alexa, order me 8 pounds of gummy bears. And then it just ordering gummy bears. VPN, Tor browser, read up on what you can. 100% security is a myth, but you want to be prepared. That's fair, yeah. But what would be wrong with 8 pounds of gummy bears? The fact that I would be the one to pay for them. If I received 8 pounds of gummy bears as a gift, I would be incredibly grateful. But if it's coming out of my pocket, then I'm kind of iffy on that. Gummy is one of the essential food groups. I do have some strawberry lemonade gummies, but those are special gummies. I used to have melatonin gummies too, but I found that they didn't work as well as the pills. And yeah. Well, apparently, like, if you order the sugar-free Haribo gummy bears and eat a whole bag of them, that's just an amazing laxative. Saying the 26 pounds party gummy bears from Bat 9. Oh no! Man, if this stream gets popular enough, I'm gonna have to consider getting a P.O. box or something so people can send me stuff. Singular bear! I've heard of the 5-pound gummy bear, but not the 26-pound. Because if the 5-pound gummy bear is the size of my 2 forearms put together, then you could put soda? Okay, well, I'm sold. But, like, would the 26-pound one be, like... That would be, like, torso size, jeez. An Amazon wishlist would be safer? Eh. I've had Fool's Gold fans want to send stuff. So, I don't think you can do that from a Amazon wishlist. Or like how Hero Forge sent us some Fool's Gold minis, and now I have 2 arenas hanging out with my Common Rider O's. "17 by 10 inches by 5.5 inches." Jeez. 34 fluid ounces. My brain operates in milliliters, so I'm thinking of like 34 shot glasses. Your mandate to be on campus in a city an hour and a half away. Oh man. A case of noodles arranged to look like a sizable dick. Oh man. That's a lot of effort for like an only kind of clever joke. That's more effort than I would put in for like an insult of that caliber. They could have done better. Yeah, that's a weirdly large amount of hate to do that. Like, that person has problems. I get you, Justifies. I was exactly like that in junior high. I became more aloof in high school, but I didn't really make a lot of lasting friendships until, well, I met Dingo Felix and Gothy's player. Oh, this is great. I love it. That's great. I love it. You were surprisingly well known, where people would tell you stuff and you would know you wouldn't say anything? Huh! Yeah, I mean, I made a lot of friends in elementary school. Then, you know, the gifted kid burnout hit in junior high, and I kind of made myself a recluse. Then in high school, I just decided to be aloof, and, you know, I made maybe 1 or 2 good friends. But I really came out of my shell in college. It kind of sucked, though. I was really arrogant. I've said it many times before, but I divide my life into 2 stages: long hair Carson, short hair Carson. And short hair Carson was a dick. As soon as I grew my hair out in like 2015, I started being like a better person. Objectively. That's why I'm really glad that I didn't push like Dingo Felix and Gothy's player away with just how much I sucked. There was a limited selective of being a teacher's assistant, and you went to your 9th grade English teacher. She would allow students she liked to hang in her room during lunch and do whatever. Ah, that's really nice. Didn't know how much fun swimming with long hair would be, but also really right? Long hair is great while you're underwater, but once you get out of the water, it's not. Underwater with long hair, you're Jason Momoa. Above water with wet long hair, you're trying to get it out of places.
万が一の時はイノの剣を優先するということか。意外だな。背徳の炎の敗北を想定するとは。
感情論じゃないわ。0か1か損得価値の話。本当の最悪には保険が必要でしょ。
Jacko's plan is pass fail.
お前の判断は正しい。
Well, there was just 2-year difference. They were fresh out of middle school.
正しいだけでは足りないこともある。イノを迎えに行く。
It was kind of funny in my last year of high school. My brother and his friends started going to my school, and I just sort of snatched up a couple of his friends and became they became my friends. Sometimes things just need to get worse before they get better. I'm sure that was related to one of the things that you previously said, so I'm really hoping that this'll pass and things will get better for you. Just know that I'm rooting for you. You found a good priced headset, so you just gotta save for when you get the job? Listen, after what's happened in Fool's Gold, you know, maybe Arena will be famous and get her own fashion brand. Or maybe she'll be dead and not have to worry about it anymore. Or maybe she'll become a slave to the Foreclaimers. Or die in the wilderness. Or live life in mediocrity, or get absorbed into the thing. Oof. 2 cans of wild rice and turkey. Oh, jeez. Man, I fucking suck with Raven. Legally in your state, a relationship was legal and would follow into you becoming 18, but still the girls were too young looking for me, and when it comes to people like you, there's always incompatibility. See, I made myself today a steak dinner. I had a steak about as thick as my fist with a block of Velveeta and noodles. Oh, that sounds like a party. You can make a mac and cheese with that. But yeah, I made steak pan-fried with garlic and thyme butter with a dash of lime. Not lime, lemon. There's a big difference. And I had it with so I rendered the fat from the steak and combined the butter with some onions and mushrooms, some soy sauce and some sake, and made a really good butter sauce to go with the rice that I cooked. And it was just a great meal, all in all. Okay, Raven, how do you? I feel like that small portion of ancient being of magic technically a catalyst becoming a magical girl. Yeah, well, what is a magical girl but a warlock in that sense, you know? Her patron is Zanu. Though I guess I'll come right out and say it. If we were talking about her class being similar to a warlock, her patron would be the entire world's hope. Like, so long as the world has hope, she has power. So many people don't understand or wish to understand magical girls, but they can go hardcore. Sailor Moon, Sakura, Symphogear. They have some crazy shit. I'm kind of surprised that Pretty Cure never got incredibly popular here, because it's magical girls in a shonen formula. You found your garbage headset? Oof. I hope it works out for you. Oh, is this just how you play as Raven? Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. Magical Girls is like Tokusatsu? Kinda, yeah. No, I want it to be over yet, please. Thank you. Getting your ass kicked by a man with a robot bed. A comatose man with a robot bed. Yep. I should be saying that that guy hits like a bed, not like a truck. Go for a fight, yeah. All of him is a coma, not just his toes. Aruto janaito. Technically, if I wanted to, I could promote RDF to be a VIP. So you can put it on your resume. Man, now all I can think of is how much I want nuggies. We were talking about the BTS meal from McDonald's earlier, and how all I want from it is just the dipping sauces. But now I want nugs. How do you say you play D&D without saying it outright? You say that... Oh, for a job interview. Oh. I mean, you could say that you engage in cooperative storytelling on a weekly basis. Nuggies and nuts. Nuggets are good. But in place of that, you had some fried okra. Ooh. The only time I've ever had okra in North America, it was slimy and gross. But when I had deep fried okra in Japan, God, it was tasty. You should see how I roll. Oh boy. And big old burger. Alright, tell me if it's true. I've had some people from the States tell me that chicken nuggets are a side dish. But I've always considered them the main course. But when I went to Tokyo, I could order like 2 nuggets as a side if I wanted to. So that changed my entire perception of chicken nuggets. I've only ever considered nuggets as a, well, I had only considered nuggets as a main course. Pizza rolls and french fries. Ooh. You can appetize with them in some places? Yeah, it's weird. There's some McDonald's that offer 50 nugget meals. Dude, when I order nuggets, I only order the 20 nugget meal. Because when I order 6, that's not enough for me. When I order 10, you know, it's like, this was almost a meal. But, like, the 20 is where it's at. Because then you also have, like, nuggets for later. See, my trick is that for my meal, I eat, like, 12 nuggets. And then about an hour or so later, I'll be craving nuggets again. So I have like 8 nuggets to work with. That was at BK. You know, Burger King, at least the one that I go to, isn't as bad as a lot of people said that it was. Maybe because they didn't, like, destroy you with mayonnaise, but, like, and this was also, like, this restaurant specifically improved because of COVID. Like, it feels like the quality of their meals went up when they didn't have to deal with people at the front. They only had to deal with the drive-thru. But, like, it's better. It's better than it used to be. Everyone is a fool. I will serve punishment that I think is fitting for the pettiest crimes. I am king. Yeah, that's Leo. I live in a podunk town, and both McDonald's and Burger King kind of suck, but for different reasons. Yeah. Struggle often and prosper. That sounds like my life right now. I live in the capital city of my province, so I have access to a ton of different stuff. I've never had the small town experience. I've only ever, like, stopped by small towns. Church's favorite chicken nuggets, you can get them at Popeyes because it spells Popias. I thought you were specifically talking about Church's chicken, to be honest. I had Church's chicken at the Vancouver International Airport, and it was actually quite good. Though, and this is something that I'm going to be missing every day once I leave next year. We have this restaurant called Northern Chicken. And number one, they treat their staff incredibly well. They pay properly. And because of that, the food can get a bit expensive, but it's worth it knowing that, like, they're paying a living wage. But also, the chicken's just amazing. Like, holy shit. I've never had better chicken. And they have, like... They have fried chicken, they have Nashville hot chicken, they have tendies, they have chicken sandwiches. They have this honey thyme cornbread that's just to die for. And Doritos mac and cheese. Novia likes the Burger King. The employees are so lazy. And that was before Hurricane Laura wrecked around it completely. And a lot of items were off the menu. Then McDonald's is always busy. Oof. Cornbread is so versatile. I live in, like, Canada, so Southern cuisine isn't something that you find a lot here. But every time that I've had cornbread at a Southern-style restaurant or when I was in the States, it's always been in different ways. Like, it's been, like, a side dish to a meat dish. Or it's been, like, there to mop up a sauce. Or it's, like, a dessert-style thing. Cornbread's great. Would be caught dead making a fast food or restaurant tier list? Mm. Just thick and bland? Need a large drink to wash it down? Oh yeah, like, cornbread is like rice, where it's alright by itself, but you can make it better. Like, it has potential. And also, if you make it properly, it's great by itself. Like, when I learned how to make rice properly, I started just eating it without anything on it.
その苦しみを知らないとでも言うのか。
気づいてないの？あんた今そっち側の顔だよ。私はどんなにクソったれな運命だろうと自分の権利を捨てるつもりはないんだよ。
たもとを暁か。
もともと私たちは仲間ってわけじゃない。そうだろ?
Oh, I completely understand you, Justifies. Same thing happened to me. Sweet food doesn't do it as much for me anymore. Spicy food is where it's at, though. And I've loved spicy food. Just the entire time. You fit a Japanese stereotype. Yay! Alt skin where Raven wears Raven's Teen Titans outfit. Well, shit. Here we are. Let's take a... Wait, give me one sec. We have beaten every single arcade mode in Guilty Gear XR Revelator. Revelator 2 specifically. So, I mean, next time on Guilty Gear, we're just going to destroy the story mode. I don't know how many chapters we have left. But we're going to go all through it. It's going to have no gameplay next week. We're just going to watch the, I guess, the Guilty Gear anime. So get hyped. Whoops. So that'll just be next Wednesday? Yeah. So, like, Wednesday is going to be us finishing up the story mode for Revelator. There are also some side stories that Rev 2 brought that we're going to be watching. And then Friday, I'm gonna have to mix things up a bit. We might move Kamen Rider to the, Oh man, no, I wouldn't be able to do that because Intergrade comes out next week too, so we're gonna be back to... Yeah, we're gonna be back to Final Fantasy VII next week. this Friday we're going to be watching Kamen Rider 01 in the Watch Party tab. I think people really want to finish Kamen Rider, like the season. So we're going to go through all of 01. And then once we're finished 01, we'll start exploring. Though by the time we finish 01, Saber might be over. But we'll see. But yeah, I guess next week, if we're doing Strive on Friday, I might have to do Strive for 1 p.m. and then yeah, so Strive is going to be a noon stream, and then we'll do Kamen Rider at 8 p.m. like usual. I don't want to miss any episodes of Kamen Rider. But let's see if I can send you guys somewhere. No, sorry, for Wednesday next week, it's going to be 8 p.m. to finish Revelator. And then on Friday, it'll be 1 p.m. Sorry, not 1 p.m. 12 p.m. for Strive. And then 8 p.m. for Kamen Rider. My friend Tom's playing Biomutant. You guys want to hang out with Tom? I'll send you guys over. Here, give me a sec. Just gotta get the raid all set up. Yeah, he's playing Biomutant, which looks really cool. It's an open world game with like the glider mechanic that Breath of the Wild has. But it's just kind of charming. So let's get ready for that.
This the center of the universe, but without a her.
All right. And with that, I guess I'll catch you later.